Hi there. Thank you all so much for coming out.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most beautiful and the most terrible wedding gowns in film. Let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Really? A wedding dress?
Snow made me wear it.
Number 5, dated Betsy's Dress, Betsy's Wedding.
Oh, that's beautiful on you. Oh, isn't she beautiful?
For a movie all about Eddie Hopper's daughter, Betsy, getting married, you would think her wedding gown would be at least impressive. As it is, this ruffled dress is unsightly, and the choice of an asymmetrical hemline only made matters worse.
You go ahead. You go for it. Oh, yeah. Maybe I better not watch this.
As a cherry on top of this bad cake, Betsy wears a white top hat, suitable only for a backup dancer, to an Irving Berlin number performed by Fred Astaire. At least there is a lack of typically 80s mutton chop sleeves, with the designer opting for a sweetheart neckline. Even so, it's not a good look.
You know, Connie took one look at me today in my wedding dress and she starts crying hysterically. I mean, what is that?
I don't know, you don't look that bad.
Thanks.
Number 5, classic Buttercups Wedding Dress, The Princess Bride. Modern interpretations of medieval dresses can be very hit and miss. Fortunately, this classic 80s film gets many things right, including its costume design.
You don't seem excited, my little muffin.
Should I be?
Brides often are, I'm told.
Buttercups Dress is particularly memorable. Even her soft rose wedding dress worn in her nightmare is lovely. But her actual dress, when she is forced to wed the odious Prince Humperdinck, is even more striking. Its dreamy soft blue colour complements Robin Wright's blonde hair, and the high waistline flatters her slim form.
Have you the wind?
Here comes my Wesley now.
It is light, elegant, and faithful to medieval fashion, while conforming to modern aesthetic tastes. It would be a pity to damage such a perfect dress.
There's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. It would be a pity to damage yours.
Number 4, dated Joy's Dress, What Happens in Vegas. This rom-com is not what you would call great or even good. And granted, this is supposed to be a Las Vegas wedding by two drunken strangers, Joy and Jack.
Is there any part of the night, I don't know, maybe say the part where I was about to marry the rebound guy that you thought, hey, oh my god, this is a really good time for an intervention?
Even so, the costume designers for this film really outdid themselves in the grubbiness and tastelessness of Joy's wedding dress. This dress resembles more of an off-white thigh-length potato sack than a gown.
Jack, could you put the ring upon her finger?
The cheap fake pearl necklace is not helping either. It's more like a costume of a wedding dress than anything else. The whole film follows Joy and Jack's attempts to divorce, deeply regretting their drunken Las Vegas wedding. And that dress, no doubt.
Before, or should I say if, I ever allow either of you out of this marriage, I'm going to make sure that you try everything, and I do mean everything first, to make it work.
Number 4, classic Araminta Lee's Dress, Crazy Rich Asians. You can count on the wealthy Asians in this film to throw an extravagant but beautiful wedding. The film follows Rachel Chu as she attends the wedding of her boyfriend's best friend, Colin.
A toast to married life?
Not yet, too early.
This time next week, guys.
The wedding itself is gorgeous, but Colin's fiancée, Araminta's dress, is truly awe-inspiring. This gown, with its glittering crystal bodice and tiered body, gives an almost swan-like effect. Costume designer Mary E. Vogt agreed with the director to show off more of actress Sonoya Mizuno's figure, and even made the dress completely waterproof so that Mizuno could walk down the river aisle. The results are stunning.
Is this a church or a paddy field?
They spent $40 million on the wedding.
Number 3, dated Marie's wedding dress, When Harry Met Sally. Harry and Sally don't have a good time at the wedding of their friends Marie and Jess. In fact, they spend both of the wedding and reception chiefly arguing with each other. But Marie's dress was a definite disappointment.
Is Harry bringing anyone to the wedding?
I don't think so.
While the silhouette is not bad, the off-shoulder neckline with the depressed puffy sleeves is uninspiring and generic. But it's the chalice waistline that turns this dress from boring to truly off-putting.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please? I'd like to propose a toast to Harry and Sally.
All in all, it feels more like a parody of a wedding gown than an actual gown. No doubt that was the intended effect in this Nora Ephron comedy, but it's still not ideal.
Oh, Marie. I'll tell the truth. It's just beautiful.
Number 3, classic, Maria's wedding dress. The Sound of Music. While we had a problem with Marie, we have no such problem with Maria. This classic musical epic is highly influential in many ways, and its costume design definitely merits appreciation. In the Act 1 finale in particular, Maria finally marries Captain George von Trapp in a grand ceremony and an even grander dress. Created by costume designer Dorothy Jenkins, this dress was made out of silk, with a beautiful train, high collar and fitted bodice. Jenkins even got an Academy Award nomination for her work. Since then, Maria's dress has become one of the most iconic wedding dresses in film history, and it's richly deserved. Number 2, dated, Margarets Dress. The proposal. There are few redeemable qualities about this particular wedding gown. About to be deported to Canada, book editor-in-chief Margaret proposes to her assistant to get that much-needed green card.
And because I didn't want to leave this wonderful country of yours, I forced Andrew here to marry me.
Margaret, stop it.
Hence, we get a classy but strictly by-the-book wedding. Looking more like a suit than a dress, this outfit is undoubtedly meant to reflect Margaret's high-powered corporate personality.
We are gathered here today to give thanks and to celebrate one of life's greatest moments.
As it is though, the gown is flat, too tight, and with an unflattering high neck. It's the type of thing you'd expect a villain from a sci-fi movie to wear, not so much the lead of a rom-com.
Turns out it's not easy to ruin someone's life once you find out how wonderful they are.
Number 2, classic, Katniss's wedding dress. The Hunger Games Catching Fire. You don't expect beautiful or elegant costume design from sci-fi films, especially dystopian ones. So the Hunger Games costume designers giving Jennifer Lawrence a beautiful wedding dress for her Court Quell interview was more than a pleasant surprise.
Oh, Katniss. You would have been the most beautiful bride.
Trish Somerville worked with Indonesian designer Tex Saverio to create Katniss's dress, meant to reference her PR romance with Peter Malark. The result is a stunning gown with organza corset.
I love it! I love it! Don't you love it, Chris? It's incredible! It's so gorgeous! Will you do us the honor, please? Please, please.
The dress also serves to foreshadow Katniss's role as the Mockingjay, a revolutionary figurehead, even turning teal dark when burned. And to think this isn't even for an actual wedding.
Your stylist certainly has outdone himself this time, hasn't he? What theatricality! Sit down! Take a bow!
Number 1, dated, Christabel's Dress, The Hottie and the Naughty. This Paris Hilton rom-com is a disaster in more ways than one.
Wow, okay, flying dreams. Well, I, for one, love flying dreams.
A shallow vehicle for Paris Hilton's beauty should, in theory, lead to some impressive costume design, if nothing else. But Hilton's party dress for her character Christabel is nothing less than ugly.
Oops. Don't worry, it wasn't the smelly one. I can tell by the way they sound.
Like the other awful wedding gowns, this one looks like it's made out of cheap material and fake satin, and those puffy sleeves harken back to the 80s. Spilling red wine on it frankly hardly made it worse, and perhaps even made it better.
I think I read somewhere about white wine getting out red wine.
Okay, I don't know if that... Oh!
It's a fright alright, and thank goodness this wasn't for an actual wedding.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, classic, Bella's Dress. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1. Twilight fans have been eagerly awaiting Bella and Edward's wedding, as well as Bella's eventual transformation into a vampire. Unfortunately, the penultimate film in the franchise delivers in regard to the gown. Author Stephanie Meyer wanted costume designer Carolina Herrera to design Bella's dress, and she got her. Taking over 6 months to make, the final result is a beautiful satin gown with a lace back and V neckline. It won not only on Mayer's approval, but Kristen Stewart's. It's classy, elegant, and suits Bella's character well. Much like Bella and Edward, the dress is the perfect marriage between modern taste and classic vintage style.
With Bella, I feel like I can finally begin.
Which other movie wedding dress had you in awe? And which ones had your jaw dropping in horror? Let us know in the comments down below.
Hey! Why are you dressed so scary? It's Halloween.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.